Aloha Jaycationers, welcome back to another video here in the Oahu series. We are back here in Hawaii in 2025 at Hilton Hawaiian Village, and I am doing a Jaycation first. We're trying out ranking the top 50 things to do on Oahu, and we're gonna be doing the S, A, B, C, D tier listing. So S is obviously superior, that's a must do, and I definitely recommend that. A is just under superior, and obviously D is you gotta skip it. But you guys know for the most part I am a very positive channel, so we're probably only gonna hand out a couple of D's if that. So let's start off with the tier list, and I'm also gonna be joined with a couple of local Oahu YouTubers who will also give us their rankings on some hikes and restaurants and a few more other things. Let's start off at the west side of the island. We're gonna talk about Disney's Ululani. That resort, if you're a Disney lover or a Lilo and Stitch lover, is amazing. I definitely would recommend going there. It's an expensive stay, believe me. Rooms can be as expensive as $600 and over per night, but if you're a Disney Vacation Club member, a DVC member, you can also get deals and room stays over there. They have a really nice Ululani gift shop over there, actually 2 or 3 different ones. Overall, Disney is Ululani over in Ko'olina. I would give it a solid B, especially for you Disney lovers. You would love going there and do some character dining and just enjoy the west side of the island, and you can also catch their sunset. Let's talk about Ko'olina as a whole, which is on the west side of Oahu. You do have the Ululani over there, but you also have the Four Seasons, and there are 4 different lagoons, man-made lagoons that you could hang out in. The problem with Ko'olina is it's hard to get parking in some of these lots that they have there, and parking can add up and be pretty pricey. They do have a shopping center that has a monkey pod, which I've never tried before, and a couple of ice cream places and coffee shops. Ko'olina is really nice, and I do go there because of Disney's Ululani. Very nice, quiet part of the island. Unless you're staying there and just going to see Disney's Ululani, there's really not much over that way. You could head over into Kapolei, but that's for a different ranking. So overall, I would give Ko'olina a C. Next up, we got Ewa Beach, which is the area that is a little bit east of Ko'olina. I just went there for the very first time in the Kapolei area and the Wai Kai. That's really all there is over there for tourists. The Wai Kai is amazing. I will give that its own grade as well. But Ewa Beach, we're gonna give that a C because that's more of a locals area, a lot of military housing and young family housing, but it's really nice over there, especially by the Wai Kai. One of the most historical and important landmarks here on Oahu is Pearl Harbor. That is where the Japanese attacked the USA to start a world war, and there is so many historical places over there, like the USS Arizona Memorial and the museum area. But if you don't want to pay for the tours or go to the USS Arizona and take a boat out to the harbor area, you can walk around for free in some of the areas. I definitely think that is a very important part of history, so if you've never been to Oahu before, you have to go check it out, and I will grade that a solid B. You definitely need to go see that, especially if you're into history of the United States of America and world wars, or just want to learn more about what happened on that day in Pearl Harbor. Next on the list is the Aloha Swap Meet. As of now, recording this video on September 21, 2025, the Aloha Swap Meet is on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I believe Sundays, and it's at the old Aloha Stadium. That's where they used to have the NFL Pro Bowls back in the day. Now, there is discussion about building a whole new Aloha Stadium on that venue and building new condos and shopping centers around there. But as of now, that's where the swap meet is held. I would give it a solid B. Go there for cheap souvenirs, check out all the food trucks that they have, and just take a walk around that parking lot. And if you are a fan of the NFL Pro Bowl, you will be amazed by seeing that old school Aloha Stadium. Next up is the Dole Plantation. I've heard from a lot of people that the Dole Plantation really is not that great, and obviously Dole Plantation, they used to have slaves there, and they do talk about the history of slavery over at the Dole Plantation, but honestly, I'd skip it and give it a D. It's not really top of my list at all. I would say just go up to North Shore and check out the whole Haleiwa area and make your way down over the pipeline and spend your time elsewhere. Next up is North Shore. North Shore, you got Haleiwa and you got Pipeline and that whole area near Kahuku, and it's just a long stretch on the north of Oahu that has some of the most amazing shrimp food trucks and tasty shave ice. North Shore for me gets an A overall. I would give it an S, but the traffic getting there is pretty rough and it takes about anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour to get there depending on traffic, but it is a beautiful drive if you take the right way and you leave at the right time. Next up, I did mention this as part of the North Shore, Haleiwa Town. Haleiwa Town has all the amazing shrimp trucks, shave ice, you got Matsumoto shave ice, you got Aoki shave ice, you got Haleiwa bowls for the acai bowls, Jenny's food truck, Big Kahuna food truck, they even have the Giovanni's over there. Haleiwa gets a solid A. If I gave all of North Shore a solid A, Haleiwa gets that as well. It's a definite road trip stop. I'm actually going there tomorrow. Next destination is Kualoa Ranch, home to many scenes and filming locations of various movies, TV shows throughout history. Jurassic Park was filmed there, Hawaii Five-0 was filmed there, Magnum PI. You could take a UTV tour, a horseback tour, and all these other cool special tours around Kualoa Ranch, and it's that whole mountain range over on that side of Hawaii, and I would definitely visit. So Kualoa Ranch, I would say I'd give it a solid B. It's a great place to check out, especially for film lovers, and then you'll just enjoy the mountain range over there. It's amazing. Next up is kind of over by Kualoa Ranch as well, and that is the Polynesian Cultural Center. So the Polynesian Cultural Center is amazing. It gives you a whole historical background and infographic of the history of the Polynesian culture around Hawaii and about this land. It's very important to go there for the history of the island. Now, they do have special shows and all that, but they don't serve alcohol. So if you guys are looking to go to a luau for drinking Mai Tais and all that, that Polynesian Cultural Center is not that. This is more of a place where to learn about the history, and for that I will give the Polynesian Cultural Center a solid B. If you really like learning about the history of the island, that's a great place to go. Next place we're going to talk about is the Chinaman's Hat. In Hawaiian is Mokoli'i, which is an island off the coast. Chinaman Hat, a lot of people take boats over there or even swim there. Yeah, that's right, you could actually swim there. There's even a park right before you get to Kualoa Ranch that you could park for free and walk on the beach, hang out, and just enjoy this really nice island that is shaped like a Chinaman hat. Now, it's totally free to park over there, but really there's nothing much to do but just do a little picture op and just enjoy the scenery. So I would give this a C. It's not really a must-do, but if you're over on that side of the island, maybe you're visiting Kualoa Ranch, that's a nice place to drop in, or if you need to take a potty break after a long drive around the island, that is the place to go. So a C for Chinaman Hat. Hanauma Bay State Park. It's one of those beautiful bay areas that you can go snorkeling and see the coral reefs, and they really do their best to preserve it. So you do have to get a parking permit and a permit to enter the grounds, and that can be very tough. The one time I tried to go there with my friends, we didn't have a permit and we couldn't get in. You could actually get to the parking lot area sometimes when they are open. Hanauma Bay is really nice on the east side of the island and beautiful for snorkeling, but because it's so hard to obtain a permit and you never know when it's open and closed, and they've also been talking about the reefs getting damaged. So for that, I'm gonna give it a C. It's beautiful to go to, but you're gonna have to work a little extra harder to get the permits, and if you do come here, there is a chance it might not even be open. Let's talk about Kapua Wa'a experiences. Shout out to Kekoa Kekumano. He's a talented local boy and actor here on Oahu. He actually owns this canoe surfing company over on Kaimana Beach, where he will give you this whole historical tour about Waikiki and what it used to be. Talks about the different wave breaks and shore breaks. And he also teaches you how to paddle safely and really talks about the canoe and all the history behind that. I give this an S tier. It's definitely worth doing. Make sure you say what's up to Kekoa, and yeah, you get to meet a really cool actor. He played a young Aquaman opposite Jason Momoa. So he was basically the young Jason Momoa. So shout out to Kekoa. Make sure you check it out. Ala Moana Shopping Center. It is one of the biggest outdoor malls in the world, and they have amazing stores. They have the Uniqlo that has special Hawaii brand t-shirts, tons of great apparel, and they have a huge food court with a Jollibee, and they also have cultural performances in their center stage. It's a fun time, and if you're a big shopper or your wife's a big shopper, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, Ala Moana Shopping Center is a must visit. I haven't even gone there on this trip, but I definitely want to, so I might have to stop by at some point tomorrow before I leave. So for that, Ala Moana Shopping Center gets a B, because not everybody's gonna want to go shopping while they're here, but that place is huge and they have amazing shops and restaurants as well. Downtown Honolulu, we're gonna package a bunch of other things in there, like Ululani Palace and the King Kamehameha statue. There's also Chinatown over there. So downtown Honolulu, it's really past Ala Moana and not off the beaten track, but if you're on the way to the airport or coming from the airport, you may want to stop by there. Maybe if you can find street parking, take a picture in front of the King Kamehameha statue or Ululani Palace. You could even take a tour of Ululani Palace, but their Chinatown is great. So if you could get parking there as well, you could go to the Marugame Udon. I would give it a C. It's not really a must check out, but if you are a fan of Hawaii Five-0 and you want to see that statue of King Kamehameha, that's where you go. I'm gonna go over to my friend, the Hawaiian traveler, Sean Kalaponi, and he's gonna give us 5 hikes. Let's flash back to me and Sean over in Waimanalo. For the next 5 tier list rankings, I'm not a big hiker. You guys know I'm not a hiker at all. I've only done Diamond Head. So I'm gonna bring in my friend, the Hawaiian traveler, Sean Kalaponi.
What's up, guys?
Mr. Hiker himself here on the island. He's gonna give you the grades of 5 spots. So take it over, man. I'm gonna get out the camera.
The Cove Head Crater Hike. It consists of 1,050 stairs and it has the best view when you get to the top. A lot of people say that it's hard, but I've seen heavyset people do it. You just have to take your time. And over the years, they made it a whole lot easier to do it because they really fixed the stairs and they did a good job of maintaining it and making sure that it's as friendly as possible. Don't get me wrong, it's still tough, but it's only one step after another. You can do it, just take your time, and when you get up there, it'll all be worth it. I give it a superior. I think it's a have to do when you come to Hawaii. There is no other hike where you can brag about to your friends and family back at home than showing them pictures and videos of you hiking up Kogo Head and the view at the top. And the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail. It is a friendly, easy hike. It is paved the whole way. You can't get lost on it. It's a tourist-friendly hike with a lot of parking, and the best part of it is that you get to see the ocean view. You get to see the beautiful beaches of Waimanalo. You get to see Wai Kai to the side. And if you're lucky enough, and if you come to whale season from December to April, you will see whales, a lot of whales nearby. It's not guaranteed if you go, but there's a good chance that you might see some whales, monk seals, and dolphins. So I would check that hike out. It's family friendly, the view is beautiful, you still get a workout, but it's relatively easy because it's paved. It's estimated approximately a 35-40 minute hike up there. Take it that you take a couple rest stops because they have a couple rest points at each area so you can just look out at the view. I give that an A. And for the not so tourist friendly and you have to kind of be in good shape to do it is the Wili Wili Nui Ridge Trail. I have an entire video dedicated to that hike alone. And since the Stairway to Heaven is illegal and you have the best views up there, alternative is to have the Wili Wili Nui Ridge Trail because it's high up into the mountains and you do have to hike upstairs, but it's legal. It's doable. It takes around maybe 2.5-3 hours to get there, maybe 4 hours round trip. But when you get up there, the views are worth it. You get to see all of east side of Oahu. From Kailua, Waimanalo to Hawaii Kai, you get the whole viewpoint up in the mountains. I give that an A. And the next one is on the west side. It is the Maili Pink Pillbox hike. It is a family-friendly hike. It's relatively easy. You can't get lost on it. A lot of people go on the trail. And when you get up there, you get to see all the views of the west side. I have videos up there from the view. You just have to see it for yourself. And you can't miss it because you're on a pink pillbox. It is a beautiful view up there. A lot of people, they just stick to the east side, they stick to town, but on west side, they have beautiful views there, and you have to check out that hike. I give that hike an A because, like I said, it has great views, it's family friendly, and there's lots of parking too. Not every hike can be awesome, be giving an A and superior. So one that I have to give a bad grade for, in my opinion, is the Waikiki Valley Trail. That trail was tough, you're in the jungle, and there's no view. So if you want a pure exercise, you go do that hike. But like for me, if I'm gonna go in the jungle, I wanna be rewarded with the view at the end, but you don't get rewarded at all. You're just going around in a circle through a rough terrain with no view, and parking is hard, and it's hard to find the area. So only if you're a hardcore hiker, but even a hardcore hiker like myself, I didn't enjoy it as much. So I have to give that a D.
Thanks for those 5, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, I'm just trying to help out the community.
Let's do one hike together, since the only hike that I've done here is the Diamond Head. I would say I give that B.
I give that a B also, only because they really turned that thing into like a big tourist attraction. I mean, I think they have the lunch wagons outside now. The parking is strict. Everything is, well, because it's so popular now. So that's the only reason why I give it a B. But as far as the view up top, it's an A.
Yeah, you need a reservation to get in the park. There is a little bit of parking outside of the original parking lot, but if you want to park in the actual Diamond Head parking lot, you have to pay for that and reserve that in advance too. It's a pretty easy hike, to tell you the truth, and beautiful views of Waikiki. Like you said, it got a little too tourist friendly.
A lot more rules
more difficult
now.
Yeah.
You have to reserve. Yeah, so that's why I give it a B also.
Thanks, brother. Everybody follow the Hawaiian Traveler on YouTube. Let's get him to 100,000 2026.
Help me get there, guys. If you can subscribe, like, and share any of the videos you watch from this channel. So I appreciate you.
Mahalo, bro. Let's talk about Waikiki Beach. Waikiki Beach might be the most popular, most photographed beach for travel brochures all over the world. It is a beautiful strand of beach. They have the statue of the Duke. All the hotels of Waikiki are there, and it's just beautiful, scenic blue waters over there. I would give Waikiki Beach a solid B, because it's the most popular thing and most seen thing on photographs, but there's also its dark side. There are parts of the day and at night that unfortunately you will see people that are mentally challenged talking to themselves, yelling, and especially around the beach area. Make sure you watch your belongings. There are also pickpocketers and thieves stealing stuff while you're in the water. Ho'omaluhia Botanical Garden. This place is beautiful, and it is in the Kaneohe area of the island, which is kind of on the east side. It has some amazing scenery and hiking over there. It's free to get into, but they do have park rangers keeping track of how many people are getting in, how many cars are going in, and they do ask you at the gate how many people, and sometimes they will turn you away if it's super busy. But if it's not crazy busy, I definitely would say grab some lunch, maybe some poke, and head over to one of the benches over there and just enjoy the scenic views. So I would give Ho'omaluhia Botanical Garden a solid A. Let's talk about the Byodo-In Temple. It's a beautiful temple with tons of gardens and koi ponds. You could visit the Buddha. You just got to take off your shoes. You could ring a bell. And I did enjoy it over there. It's actually inside a cemetery. So you have to drive through a cemetery, and it can be pretty trippy, but it is beautiful nonetheless. I will give the Byodo-In Temple a B, and I think you have to pay like a $7 admission for adults. It might be cheaper for kids. Limited parking, and going through that cemetery is a little trippy, and when it does get busy, busy, it's hard to get in and out of. So that's why it gets a solid B in my book. Beautiful place nonetheless. Next up, Kaneohe Bay, home of my homie, the Hawaiian Traveler. He took me to a few great food spots over there. I've eaten at this place called KJ's. KJ's has the best mac spaghetti salad I've ever had in my life. Their chicken there is to die for. They just have a really great menu and it's very no frills. But Kaneohe, it's like a residential area and the food there is great. So for that, I'm gonna give Kaneohe Bay a C. Next up is the Wai Kai over at Ewa Beach. I had an amazing time there, I'm not gonna lie. They have that really fun obstacle course with all the inflatable courses on the lagoon. You can rent various types of boats and get out on the lagoon there. I went to the lineup and did my first ever surf lesson, which I was scared to do, but it was really fun. And they also have 2 restaurants there. They got the Side Street Inn, and then upstairs they have a Wai Kai restaurant as well. I love the views of the surf show that they put on. I would say the Wai Kai, in my book, I will give it a solid B because it's kind of far off, but if you want to experience the newer part of the island and do some really cool water activities, the pricing there, you can bundle up things. For that, it gets a solid B. We're going to talk about the Honolulu Zoo. So the Honolulu Zoo, it's not that big. It's at the very end of the Waikiki Beach area and the strip of all the resorts. It kind of separates Kaimana Beach and Waikiki. And I heard that it's kind of pricey to get in there and the food is not great. It's like cafeteria food, hard to park around there. It's just not the best zoo. If you want to go to a zoo, go to the San Diego Zoo or Safari Park or another zoo around the world that is more popular. I heard also that the aquarium is also pretty pricey. So for that, I'm gonna give that a D. Turtle Bay is a resort on the north side of the island and it's a very swanky and pricey resort. There's a huge golf course around there, but they also have beautiful scenic coastline in that area. But not everybody can go because it's just such an expensive place. I've only driven by it, never gone inside it. Maybe one of these days we'll review it if I can afford it or if I can get a hotel stay there. So for that, I give it a solid C. Let's talk about surfing and the famous pipeline area in the North Shore. When I went there around February over the last few years, the waves were humongous. They're crazy, and some of the world's best surfers go there to catch the famous pipeline waves. And it is really a scene to behold, but it is hard to find parking in that area, and you gotta be careful there if you're just a bystander. Never turn your back to the ocean. I do love that Ted's Bakery is near there, and there is a food land where you can grab some fresh poke, and shout out to all the Filipino workers over there. So pipeline gets a B. It's not year round, but it's beautiful, but there can also be its negatives, which is ultimately finding parking. Let's talk about Paradise Cove Luau. I had a great time there with my family, Momcation, Dadcation, and my cousins. They do a whole ceremony with the pig underground and do a really nice job serving so many people, and they have a really great dinner show. And that is probably the best luau here on the island that I would say, because when there is a nice sunset, the sunset's there on the west, and you can see that as well. Take pictures with parrots, and it's just a really nice ambiance and location. Paradise Cove Luau, I will give that a solid A. It's a little on the pricey side, but when you're doing luau's, you're here to have fun with your friends and family, and there's no better luau than the Paradise Cove one. Now let's talk about waterfalls. There are a few waterfalls around the island of Oahu, and you have to hike to get to a few of these waterfalls, and they are beautiful. I love myself a picturesque waterfall. But if you go to places like Kauai, you're gonna find the most beautiful waterfalls on all of the islands. So for that, I would say the waterfalls here on Oahu, I'm gonna give it a C. Just get ready to do some hiking and parking as well. Some of these places does not have much parking. You do also have to drive through a cemetery to get to the viewing point of Punch Bowl Crater, and it's kind of in a neighborhood area. So I would give Punch Bowl Crater a C. It's not a must-do thing, but if you do like skylines and picturesque views of skylines, make sure you check it out. It's a really nice scenic area area, but it's not something that I totally would say you're missing out on. Kaimana Beach. Kaimana Beach is awesome. There's some monk seals over there that chill out during the day. Make sure you stay 20 feet away or so, whatever it says on the signs. It's not that big of a beach. You got Kaimana Beach Hotel. I've eaten at the restaurant over there, and their Eggs Benedict was phenomenal, and they have a ube pina colada that I was just in love with. That's where you can grab the canoe surfing tour with Kekoa. I would give that a solid B. I've gone on a run there before from Waikiki, and it's just a really nice area, and you get a cool vantage point of Waikiki. Let's talk about the east side. So the east side of the island is more local, but they have some really scenic views and some really great restaurants. And I definitely would say go to the east side at least once a trip. They even have the blowhole over there that you can check out. There's this hike that you could take that Sean mentioned over to a lighthouse, and the water is very blue over there. So I would give the east side a solid B. Make sure you just take a drive out there at one point and enjoy it. Next up, Amanda and Felix Eats are gonna mention 5 top things to do here on Oahu, and they will also give you their tier rankings. Joining me for the next 50 things to do here in Oahu, Felix is here.
How's it going, guys?
We're having a Beer Lab Village Idiots Painkiller Hazy IPA with pineapple, coconut, orange, and nutmeg.
Yes, and the reason being is because when visiting here, one of the things you should do is try a local brewery if you're into that. I would put this in a B rank because not everyone drinks beer, but if you do, you're gonna love it here.
Yeah, this is one of the first places I hung out with Amanda and Felix, so.
Yeah, well,
This looks like
full
orange
circle.
juice, bro.
It does, but it smells amazing, so.
Or more like pineapple juice. Beer in Hawaii is bomb.
B for beer.
Cheers.
Another must-try thing here in Hawaii is, of course, our coffee. Kona coffee, to be exact.
The reason why Kona coffee is so popular is because of the unique growing conditions. It's grown in higher altitudes in volcanic soil, making it taste very unique and very delicious. Some of our favorite spots include...
Mine is Kai Coffee. We did a video featuring them. Please check it out if you have time, but they make some amazing coffees there.
And personally, my favorite place to get Kona coffee is Kona Coffee Purveyor in the International Marketplace in Waikiki.
So, where are we putting this on our tier list?
Gotta be S tier.
S tier for Kona Coffee. Okay, S tier, you heard it, guys.
If you're a coffee lover, you'd understand why.
Start your morning right the Kona way.
Another top thing to do while you're here in Hawaii is visit a farmer's market or a night market.
And guys, when it comes to food trucks, Hawaii's no slouch. A little late to the game, but now we're in it, serving up some amazing local food, local cuisine out of a food truck.
And it's a perfect way to get everything that you want. You can get souvenirs, you can get drinks, you can even get coffee there, you can get food, you can get plate lunches, get a little taste of what there is out there, and you get to see more of the local side to things.
And for farmer/night markets, we put that in the tier of
B.
B tier. B tier sounds about right.
My favorite farmer's market is the Kaka'ako Farmer's Market.
And if you want something a little more low-key, more intimate, the KCC Farmers Market is also on Saturday. Another top thing you need to do when visiting Hawaii, especially if you're one to bring home souvenirs, and that is visit a Don Quixote here in Hawaii. You can find almost everything there at the Don Quixote, and they have good Japanese food there as well. So if you want a little slice of Japan, a little slice of Hawaii, visit a Don Quixote. So there's a handful of donkeys all over the island. The newest and biggest one is the Don Donkey in Kapolei. Yes, and for that, we put it in the tier grade of A tier because you gotta stop by Don Quixote, right? One of the must-try places when visiting Hawaii is none other than Yama's Fish Market.
So Yama's Fish Market is known for their fresh fish and their Hawaiian plates. Here I would highly recommend getting one of their poke bowls. And if you like eating native Hawaiian or indigenous food from Hawaii, they have a bunch of different plates like lau lau, kalua pig, lomi salmon, any Hawaiian food, you can try it here. And they are most known for my personal favorite, which is their haupia sweet potato dessert. Definitely a must try if you have a sweet tooth. If you like anything haupia or coconut, you'll love it.
And for Yama's Fish Market, we're putting it in S tier. And if you guys want the full review, check out our video we featured with Jaycation here at Yama's Fish Market.
Shout out to Amanda and Felix Eats for those 5. Really appreciate it. I love Don Quixote as well. I also give that an A in my book. So thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. They are really good friends of mine here on the island. Shoots. While we're talking about food, let's talk about Leonard's Bakery. Leonard's Bakery is really popular, and if you do go on like the Diamond Head hike or you're near Diamond Head, you're gonna want to go to the original Leonard's Bakery, take a picture of the famous sign, very colorful, and try their malasadas. The malasadas are excellent. There are different Leonard's food trucks around the island, so if you happen to be around that, just look on Google Maps, pick up some malasadas there as well. Those are amazing. And you could also try Pipeline Bakery if you want an alternative to malasadas. They also have some over at Liliha Bakery, but Liliha Bakery is for the cream puffs in my book. For Leonard's Bakery, I give that a solid A. Next up is Ululani's Shave Ice, and there are multiple locations around the island. There's actually one across the street from Leonard's, and Ululani's, in my book, is the best shave ice. They pack it in, use that machine, really great flavors. I get the ube, matcha, mango, and then they use Rosalani's ice cream, which is a gourmet ice cream from Maui that we've visited in the past. I get their ube ice cream there, or their haupia ice cream. That gets an S tier in my book. Ululani's, so good. And I just had it with the Hawaiian Traveler just a few days ago, and I love it. And I'm so happy that it's in San Diego. Handing out another S tier, Ululani's. Next up is visiting a shrimp truck. You got Giovanni Shrimp Truck. There's a couple of them around the North Shore area and Kahuku. You got Kahuku Shrimp Truck, Big Kahuna. You got Jenny's. There's plenty of them in the North Shore. Shrimp trucks, especially Giovanni's, which is the most classic and popular one, are amazing. And for that, I give it an A. I'd give it an S, but I know not everybody can eat shrimp. Some people don't like the taste of shrimp, or some people are allergic to it. I love their hot shrimp. That's just some of the best stuff, and I will eat rice with that shrimp. So good. Next up is Zippy's. Zippy's is the Hawaiian local comfort food. There are tons of locations around the island. They're popping up around Las Vegas. They have the great zip pack with Spam, chicken, beef terry, and oxtail soup. Their menu is massive, especially here on the islands. Their menus are just big, gigantic. In Vegas, they're still kind of new, so their menu is a little smaller, but they still have a lot to offer. You can even get the Napoleon, which is their pastry. That's really good too. I think it's called the Napple Apple. Zippy's, I would definitely say a solid B. You definitely need to check out Zippy's, especially if you haven't before. It's local comfort food here in Hawaii. Another bakery, very popular one, Liliha Bakery. There are multiple locations. The original one actually has a really good loco moco, so I definitely would say go to the original one, but their cream puffs are super tasty. You can get the matcha, you can get the chocolate, the cocoa ones. They have locations in Ala Moana Shopping Center, over here in the International Marketplace in Waikiki, so if you don't have time to get to the original one, you can go to those multiple locations and grab your pastries and Cocoa Puffs. It's worth it. And for that, I give Liliha Bakery a B. Now, a very highly debated spot, Marugame Udon. That line at the Marugame Udon over in Waikiki is super long throughout the day, and you could be waiting a couple of hours to 3 hours just to get in there. If you go to the downtown Honolulu one, there hardly ever is a line. You just gotta find parking in that area. There is actually a Marugame Udon back in San Diego in UTC. I've actually never gone to it, but in my opinion, the Marugame Udon gets a C. I'm not really a big fan of that food. A lot of people do like udon, so for those of you that like it, maybe don't go to the Waikiki one, go to the downtown Honolulu location. Let's talk about the largest resort here in Waikiki, which is where we're at right now, and that's Hilton Hawaiian Village. Hilton Hawaiian Village has a handful of towers. It's a mix of hotels and timeshares. Hilton Grand Vacation, the famous Rainbow Tower, is closest to the water. They have a man-made lagoon. They have their own beach area here. a dock, which we're gonna take a little later on, and some great food and eats around here. A little Japanese village called the Rainbow Bazaar. I'm actually going to do the lagoon pretty soon here after I film this video. I will give Hilton Hawaiian Village a solid B. Not everybody can afford staying here or being able to park here. So for that, I would usually give this an A, but a B for Hilton Hawaiian Village. If you can afford it and you're here with your family and your friends, it's definitely worth a stay. Next up, whale watching. There are probably a ton of different whale watching tours, but I feel like whale watching is more over on the Maui side. I know in February there were so many whales in the water over in Maui. I'm sure they do have whale watching tours around here in the Oahu area. It varies from certain times of the year, so I would give whale watching here on Oahu a C, because it's very limited, and I don't know if this whole island is surrounded by whales, because I'm sure there are, but it's not as crazy as Maui. Sunset cruise. I'm going on a sunset cruise today. Sunset cruise is really nice. Some of them are pretty pricey. You can do a cocktail cruise, probably anywhere from $129 to $200. I will give it a solid C, because there's a chance that you might not even get to see the sunset. And when there's bad weather, and they can't do the sunset cruises every day because you can't predict the weather. So beautiful sunsets, you can watch it from the lanai or from the beach. Just look out toward the west. But for a sunset cruise, I give it a C. Now let's talk about the Friday night fireworks here at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. A lot of people that aren't even staying at Hilton Hawaiian Village will come out here just to see it out on the beach area. Or if you're staying here and you got a view of the beach from your lanai, do what I did and just watch it from there. It's from 7:45 to 7:50. It only lasts 5 minutes, so before you blink, it's over with. But it's a really fun time, something to do with your friends and family, and I would give that a solid B, because it's something free to do, and it just takes a little effort to get over here to Hilton Hawaiian Village and watch it. Well, shout out once again to the Hawaiian Traveler and Amanda and Felix Eats. Make sure you subscribe to my friends' channels down below. That was our top 50 tier list of things to do around Oahu in 2025. I know there are more restaurants, more activities to do, but these were the list of 50 that we all came up with and wanted to talk about in this video. If you like watching this tier list video and want to see me do it in San Diego or in Las Vegas or any other place around the world, comment down below what city you'd like to see me do this tier list in. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what's something that you must do when visiting Oahu. All right, Jaycationers, until the next one, stay traveling. Hawaii.